Hello, welcome to Puffs and Poetry. I'm your host, Jessica, a writer, cannabis aficionado, and poetry lover. And from now on, we're taking Puffs and Poetry on the road. I'm coming to you today from the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania. You'll notice that my background is a little bit different today. That's because I've moved into a van. So that's where I'm doing my filming today. And we're keeping it simple. It's the first week on the road, so we're rolling a small, simple joint and reading a few short and simple poems. Because the beautiful thing about poetry and weed is it doesn't have to be complicated. Today marks a week of living in the van, and it has been one of the most chaotic weeks of my life. If you are interested in hearing more about this week and the shenanigans I've been getting up to, you can check out my blog, Reflections on 1 Week of Van Life. I'll link it in the description below. And if you are curious about my journey in the van, you can sign up for my email list and get these videos and updates on van life, as well as some of my other cannabis content delivered right to you. Now, I gotta be honest, with the van life adjustment, it has been a hot minute since I've rolled a joint. So we're gonna see how this goes. But you know what they say, fuck it, we'll do it live. And it may not turn out to be the prettiest joint I've ever rolled, but all that matters is that it smokes. I have a little too much weed down by the tip right now. The thing about rolling joints is you can't fake it. You're either rolling it correctly or you're not. There we go. There we go. I have a little bit of weed caught here, so let's get that out of the way. There you go. And then my favorite trick in the book, shake it all down. Shake it all down. And then you have a beautiful little joint there. You'll have to excuse my little coughs. It's still springtime in Pennsylvania, and my allergies are still going a little crazy. So today I am reading from my favorite book of poetry, Mary Oliver's Devotions. There are many books of poetry, but this one is mine, and I love it. I find myself returning to this book time and time again when I have need of the comfort of a poem. Nice. It's always something that I forget, and today it was water. Our first poem today is called Loneliness. I too have known loneliness. I too have known what it is to feel misunderstood, rejected, and suddenly not at all beautiful. Oh, Mother Earth, your comfort is great. Your arms never withhold. It has saved my life to know this. Your rivers flowing, your roses opening in the morning. Oh, motions of tenderness. And after a crazy week in the van, I can say with complete certainty that Mother Earth's comfort is great and her arms never withhold. Our next poem is called Do Stones Feel? Do stones feel? Do they love their life? Or does their patience drown out everything else? When I walk on the beach, I gather a few, white ones, dark ones, the multiple colors. Don't worry, I say, I'll bring you back. And I do. Is the tree, as it rises, delighted with its branches, each one like a poem? Are the clouds glad to unburden their bundles of rain? Most of the world says no, it's not possible. I refuse to think such a conclusion. Too terrible would it be to be wrong. Got a little canoeing action going on here. They can't all be the perfect joint, just like they can't all be the perfect week. Sometimes you take what you can get. Our last poem today is called Drifting. I was enjoying everything. The rain, path wherever it was taking me, the earth roots beginning to stir. I didn't intend to start thinking about God, it just happened. How God or the gods are invisible, quite understandable. But holiness is visible entirely. It's wonderful to walk along like that. Thought not the usual intention to reach an answer, but merely drifting. Like clouds that only seem weightless, but of course are not, are really important. I mean terribly important. Not decoration by any means. By next week, the violets will be blooming. Anyway, this was my delicious walk in the rain. What was it actually about? Think about what it is that music is trying to say. It was something like that. I believe I called that last one our last poem, but it is not. I lied. This is our last poem. Sometimes I come into these with poems planned, and then I open the book and I see another one, and it catches me. This one is called The Vulture's Wings, and I like it because it has a fun formatting on the page. You can see that there's a long, skinny line compared to a poem like this, which is in normal paragraph length. So when you see a poem that's formatted like that, it gives you it speaks to how the poem should be read. So, here we go. The Vulture's Wings. The vulture's wings are black death color, but the underwings, as sunlight flushes into the feathers, are bright, are swamped with light. Just something explainable by the sun's angle, yet I keep looking, I keep wondering, standing so far below these high-floating birds. Could this, as most things do, be offering something for us to think about seriously? New location, still making a mess. Just because you do something different with your life doesn't mean you automatically become a different person. It's just you in a same location, in a different location, the same you in a different location. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed the poems, and if you also enjoyed cannabis alongside it, I would love to know how and what. That's all I have for you. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you next week.